Welcome. We are here to play another series of You Can Check Out Anytime You Like by Marn S., a Firebrands game made for surreal horror. And I'm Mads, they, them pronouns. And this is going to be the third series of this particular game because I love shared universes, especially when it's creepy. And I want to see how this goes. And I'm just going to popcorn this over to Sabine.
Hi, I'm Sabine. I use any pronouns. I'm from Germany and I've played a couple of Firebrands games, I think. Once More Into the Void is also a Firebrands game, which I played with you. And surreal horror. What more need I say? I love surreal horror. So, yeah. And playing with you is always, I mean, you could play GURPS with me and I'd probably sign up. So,
Popcorn this over to somebody else.
sorry. Nicolas, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Nicolas. I use he, him as pronouns. I'm from France, and I like weird fictions and weird games, or games that delves into weird fiction. A large hotel where we can lost each other. It's what I like. So I'm happy to be here. And regarding Firebrands, I once played Superstar Racing Drivers or something like that. I don't have the correct name, but it's a Firebrand where we play drivers. And I
That's
pass
me, I guess.
popcorn to Joe.
Hi, I'm João. You can call me Joe. Pronouns he, him. I should add them to Zoom. I like kind of horror to creepy games. Last time I played with Madeline, it was great, so I like to play more. I have not played any other Firebrand style game, so let's see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how this goes. I really like this system because just either bringing in the mechanical like prompts of just kind of like interweaving different things and also like bringing out some feelings. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so gonna go over some cats and safety. Cats being concept, aim, tone, and subject matter, which is also part of our safety tools. Okay, so to lay out expectations of what we are going to play. So the introduction slash concept of this game is welcome to the Hotel California, the world's only hotel completely removed from time and space. We are proud to host guests of all time periods and alternate dimensions, manifesting wherever desperate and weary travelers need us most. Enjoy your indefinite stay at the Hotel California. You're free to check out whenever you'd like. Whether the hotel chooses to let you leave, well, that's a different matter entirely. And so this game is by Marn S., and it also includes the expansions Such a Lovely Place and Heaven and Hell. Your aim is to create messy entanglements and to inject surreal horror into the everyday. Anything goes. Kiss your doppelganger, find yourself in a corridor that stretches farther than the length of the entire building, or play an anomaly who's a walking topiary structure. The hotel is a place of both stagnation and rest, a sentient place outside of space and time, with strange morals that can be both antagonistic and nurturing towards its residents in turns. Whenever anyone asks you a question about your character or the current situation, answer it. If you don't know the answer, make it up. If you find that you've missed a rule or played a game incorrectly, just try to go along with the other players and do what's most fair. You can work out what should have happened later when you aren't playing. The tone. The tone of the game is vibes of horror and strange reality and could verge into psychological darkness and dread, with moments of humor sparkled in there. Subject matter. According to the designer, this is a loving homage to The Shining, Nan Quest, and the songs of the 70s and 80s that they grew up listening to. That said, it is a game of surreal horror and could include aspects of violence, murder, shifting reality, and the possibility of character death. Everyone's safety comes first, so there are safety tools available to help everyone play safely. One of which is, of course, the cats that we just went over. And then other safety tools that are available to us are, of course, the X card, which, making an X with your arms in the video, saying X card out loud or X in the chat, will stop play. Find out what needs to be X carded, like whatever topic that came up or situation that got brought up that was triggering. If it's unfun in an objectionable way or tonally way off for the moment, we'll find out what that is, take it out, and then start continue play from there. We will just clarify what it is that's X carded. We will never ask why. There's also script change. So if we want to use pause, which is similar to X card, but it's a topic that we're approaching that may be something we want to kind of discuss. So we put pause on the game, take it offline, discuss it, and then we only resume when the person who brought it up feels comfortable for us to resume play. Like it's been discussed enough to satisfaction. Fast forward can be brought up as a tool of we probably don't really need to role play this particular scene out. Maybe want to do a time jump to a different period of play, or just kind of gloss over whatever the heck it is and just fast forward through it. And then of course there's also the rewind. So make a decision, play through it, but kind of I don't really like how that kind of played out. Can we rewind to that particular decision point again and go in a different direction? That's perfectly fine. Okay? So pause, fast forward, and rewind is part of script change. And then finally, we have lines and veils. As part of our character keeper, we have a safety tab, which has our lines and veils. Lines, which are things that will never be brought up in the game. We don't include that in our game whatsoever. Veils are things that could be mentioned, flashback, memories, what have you, but will fade to black on them if they kind of come up in play. We will not role play them out fully. There's also columns for ask first, which are things which we may want to get into the meta conversation and go can I mention this? Because we're approaching this particular touchy topic, okay? And of course interests, because sometimes there's things that people want to include in surreal horror games, body horror. There's always somebody that includes body horror. So if you have any topics of interest that you want to check off, please do so. It's perfectly fine. This is a living document, so if there's anything that changes, like things get upgraded from a veil to a line or from an ask first to a veil, please, somebody let us know so we can stop play, make sure that everybody's on the same page and understands what wasn't triggering before is known to be changed, so everybody feels safe and knows what the expectations are, of course, and watches out for each other for sure. And definitely check in for sure. And there's a notes section here as well, so if you have to clarify any particular topic for what needs to be watched out for, please do. That's helpful. So again, living document, so again, just make sure that we check in, especially if something has changed on it. So any questions about cats or safety? No?
No.
All right, cool. There's also romance and relationships matrix. So if you haven't already filled in your preferences for your particular character, please do so. So this way we're kind of aware of you're cool to romance or have a relationship in game, or no, or ask first. I'm kind of weird about it. Whatever. No, I mean not weird about it. You know what I mean. So anyway, we're gonna put pause on the recording for a little bit as we create characters and go over what the different characters are like, and then when we come back, we're gonna introduce them and then start play. Okay. or I'm going to explain a little bit more about the game, and then we're going to start playing. So let's go ahead and put pause. Pause. All right. Before we introduce the characters, I'm going to read a little blurb from the game itself. Welcome to the Hotel California, the world's only hotel completely removed from time and space. We are proud to host guests of all time periods and alternate dimensions, manifesting wherever desperate and weary travelers need us most. No matter who you are, or where or when you're from, your room will be ready just as soon as you step in the door. Please do not be alarmed if your room suddenly shifts floors or several doors to the left. This is simply the hotel rearranging itself to create more vacancies. Our rates are flexible, so please pay as much as you can afford. Our amenities include an outdoor courtyard and pool, an indoor gym and day spa, a ballroom for conferences, an arcade and billiards room, several restaurants, the boiler room, the room with blood-covered walls, the library, a parlor and billiards room, an in-house drugstore, the famous McKitty murder room, an indoor croquet court, a presidential suite, a sports bar and billiards room, vending machines and ice machines. Please note that the outdoor courtyard and pool are closed until further notice. All doors to the outdoor courtyard and pool have been locked indefinitely. Please notify the staff if the doors to the outdoor courtyard and pool are breached. Our staff pride themselves on being on call 24/7. If you find something not to your liking, please feel free to ring the night manager at the front desk, and they will try their best to accommodate you. Please note that we will not be accepting any further calls inquiring as to the whereabouts of the day manager. The investigation is ongoing, and we have no more information to release at this time. The Hotel California is newly renovated for the 2020 season, hoping to address recent reviews of the establishment of being haunted and sincerely uncomfortable to pass the time in. While we cannot comment on the veracity of these reviews, we have removed wireless internet and cell phone service from hotel grounds to help our guests appreciate the amenities here even more than before. If you have constructive criticism, make sure to fill out a feedback slip at the front desk. Please enjoy your indefinite stay at the Hotel California. What's that? A checkout time? Oh, well, you're free to check out whenever you'd like. Whether the hotel chooses to let you leave, however, well, that's a different matter entirely. So, our characters. You are a guest of the Hotel California, either scooped up from the present day or displaced from your time period alternate universe. You are on the run from something. It might be a masked killer who chased you to the hotel's doorstep, or the expectations of your family, but the hotel only appears to people who need to get away. You may not know it yet, but you are trapped inside the hotel indefinitely. As a guest, you are concerned with investigating and provoking the anomalies, solving or ignoring your personal problems, pestering the staff, and finding a way to leave the hotel. Sabine, please introduce us to your character.
Yes, I will. My character is Sirano of House Quinlan, he or they pronouns. Sirano is brave, naive, and fashionable. Sirano used to be a spaceship captain. Things went a little awry, and there was a void growing in the place where he came from. He was fighting that. That went, and he had to get away from people who had been taken over by the void and were hunting him. And he checked into this nice little hotel, and he was pretty sure his boyfriend was right behind him. He was just going to park the spaceship, and never came in. And now he's here, and it's kind of nice. There's no void whatsoever, but there are some things that are a bit weird, I'd say, and he's been trying, I think, to recover from the whole fighting the void thing, and wants to get back to his boyfriend and wants maybe to leave soon because the spaceship is also somewhere out there. Hasn't yet found anybody who will tell him where the exit is.
Feel free to ask questions, as we introduce characters. How long does Sirano think he's been here?
A week, 2 weeks, something like week, probably not 2 weeks. That would be ridiculous. He would be out there, right? No, it must be a week. He's not entirely sure. I think he spent the first few days partying.
Has he checked in at the front desk regularly?
Yes, obviously, sure. He's given his sister's credit card to the night manager,
which they have taken with, full,
okay.
you know.
Of course, why not? Why wouldn't they?
Absolutely. House Quinlan's credit is always good here at the Hotel California.
Exactly, as you would expect. Yes.
Any other questions for Sirano?
Does Sirano have something in his attire which really screams icon space?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all of that. Can you maybe repeat it?
In his appearance, does Sirano has something that screams I come from space and not from...
I mean, yeah, I think I don't know if it's I come from space. He wears a pilot's kind of uniform thingy. That seems to be very well made. What you can probably glean is that this stuff is expensive that he's wearing, even though it doesn't precisely look like it, but it is expensive, made from good material. And he might have mentioned his spaceship one time or 5, I don't know.
What does he look like, actually?
Sirano looks human, like a good-looking, young, late 20s maybe, human blonde guy. There's a picture. He looks like, he looks a little worse for the wear when he appeared because of the whole fighting thing. I think he has some kind of, oh yes, he has a blaster, of course he does, because that's what you do if you're a spaceship captain, right? He probably also has, he has some kind of medal that he's wearing, but ironically, in a way, if he knew what irony was. I think it's anyway, yeah. Yes, and he has one rakish earring or something like that.
Cool. Nice.
Is he carrying any kind of advanced tech?
I'm sorry? Is he?
Carrying any kind of advanced tech?
Oh, advanced tech.
What? I'm sorry, I lost my earbud. What does that mean precisely? I'm not sure. Advanced talk?
Advanced
technology?
Technology.
Oh, advanced tech. Yes, now I get it. I'm sorry. Yeah, the blaster probably, and I think he has a doohickey, which is a communicator, but it doesn't work.
You've probably been trying to get his boyfriend on the horn. It's like every
Yeah,
night.
yeah, but I mean, they're not two-faced about it not working because Void is always jamming stuff, and also they know that they're not very good at fixing this. Maybe they're looking for someone to fix the thing.
Okay. There is a handyman from the other series.
Okay.
And maybe Carlos can get that fixed. But
that would be lovely, yeah.
Trying to catch up with Carlos is a bit of a trek because Carlos has many things to fix and maintain here at the hotel. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, there's kind of a bit of a hurry, but also it's kind of nice not to be shot at and not no void people looking at you with their empty eyes and stuff like that. That's also kind of nice, but he also wishes that his boyfriend was here and they could enjoy this whole thing together.
Nicolas, please introduce us to your guest.
The name is Remi Fonteneaux. He's a black man from his mid-50s. He looks tired. Maybe because it's kind of haunted. He found this hotel while fleeing from a crime, a brutal crime he just committed. He was chased by Wu. We keep that undercover right now. But he found that hotel, a big palace hotel on the seaside, and get inside by a service tour. And then he got kind of lost into it, and he decided to check in. It's been 2 seasons. It was during the fall, early fall, that he found the hotel, and in his mind, fall and winter have passed, and he hope he can get out during spring.
The crime that you committed, is it of somebody, well, how do I say this? Like, was it somebody well known to you and others that it would be noticed right away? Or is it something that you were, what's the word? Commissioned to do, let's put it that way.
It was a hot blood crime, a vengeance crime.
Vengeance, okay.
Not well enough planned, just got the opportunity and take it.
Is there someone coming for you?
I hope not.
But would there be? I mean, if your victim had, or is your victim still alive?
I think my victim is not alive, but either the authorities or the people who worked with and for the victim. I think the victim was someone I placed in the crime scene where I lived.
How long have you been at the hotel?
2 seasons, half a year.
So you think you framed somebody for a different crime?
No, not at all. Someone wronged my family.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I killed him.
Got it. Okay.
But that guy was dangerous.
Because
consequences.
Because I will say that the hotel does have a bulletin board. And maybe the hotel bulletin board gets notices. And sometimes there might be notices from different places and different times. So there might be news articles. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see.
And what I miss the most are the sun and the birds.
The suns and the birds. Interesting. What do you think the weather's like outside of the hotel?
Do we have access to some gardens, or there is a court? Yes.
There is a courtyard. That access is closed off, but there are gardens here. There's a rose garden, like a kind of like a hedge mazy type of place that's out there, but it's closed. You know what I mean? Like it's got a structure outside of it.
From the perspective of Remi, it's winter and it's a snowy winter.
Got it. Okay. You wouldn't be getting out much. Gotcha. Okay. Fair. All right. So, and a hotel of this size, of course, has staff. So, you are a member of staff at the Hotel California. Perhaps an elevator operator, a bartender, a maid, a handyman, or a front desk secretary. You serve the well-being and upkeep of the hotel first and foremost, and the guests second. Much like the guests, you may be from any place and time, and you are similarly prevented from leaving the hotel. You have been here a long time, and know much more about the hotel's quirks and oddities than you disclose to the guests. As staff, you are concerned with running the day-to-day operations of the hotel, keeping the guests happy, ignorant, and provided for, and preventing the anomalies from making trouble. Joe, please introduce us to your staff member, please.
So his name is Elias, pronounced him. His city was being sacked and burned to the ground, and he found a door that promised safety and went in, and that's how he got hired to work as the concierge, was a concierge to the hotel. As a concierge, he does some rounds. He's always trying to be where guests need him for help and try to make sure that things are working appropriately. Um, when there's some downtime, rarely, he either goes into the hotel's library or he just plays some cards with some other staff members. Do, do I need to see more stuff? Sorry.
I'm curious, when you say a door that you saw as your city was being sacked and burned, was it the door to a hotel-like edifice in your city, or was it just a door that seemed to be here's someplace safe that seemed
It
to...
was more a door that's in here someplace safe.
Got it. And what did you do in your city before you fled?
I think Elias was an artisan. Yeah.
Okay. And what does he look like?
Somewhere in his 40s or so, full beard, kind of mostly white, some black hair still. Um, I'd say average size and always wearing like kind of formal clothes given his job as a concierge.
Ask, what's his favorite part of the job?
Favorite part of the job. I think he likes keeping things working, making sure that everything is harmonious. Yeah.
Any other questions for Elias?
Yes. What's the one thing you never could do to a guest? You
Sorry.
wanted to do, but something a guest asks you for, but you never could get your hands on it. And maybe that's bothering you still right now.
Well, I can't help them much if they need to leave. It's not up to me.
Just out of curiosity, is that a question that Remi might have asked? Might have asked Elias.
Maybe not right now because Remi find the hotel and the winter. It doesn't like the winter. So maybe when winter will go out and the spring will come, Maybe it would be a question Remi would have.
I will say, out of character, it's like I will mention more about the gameplay after I introduce my character, which does involve like leaving or other ways of getting out of the hotel. So, all right, and then there's mine. All right, you are an anomaly. Someone or something distinctly wrong that has manifested inside the hotel. You could be a doppelganger for one of the guests from another place and time, a ghost, an unholy amalgamate of missing staff members, a straight-up monster, a manifestation of the hotel itself, or some other deeply disturbing thing. Whatever you are not strictly supposed to be here. As an anomaly, you are concerned with scaring the guests, playing them against each other, and toying with them in any way you see fit. You are also concerned with avoiding the staff. My character's name is Lyterdansing. They, them. They are capricious, bloody, and lonely. What sights, smells, and sounds commonly herald my appearance? You will smell petrichor, fresh rain, crushed leaves, and wet stone before they appear or before you sense their presence. You will feel a twilight breeze, which is what you feel on a chilly spring night when the stars are out with no moon. And then maybe, even if there's no light source about, maybe you'll catch like the glimmer of starlight. And I don't think that even when I show up, I don't think Elias fears me. I think they just kind of take my presence in their stride, but I'm not sure how they feel when I tease the guests. And, some of the anomalies around here may see the guests as enemies, but I think I envy them more often than not, because the staff seem to cater to their needs in a way that they wouldn't to strange ones like me. But then again, who would? And Lyterdansing looks like a being with silver eyes, long white hair, and tan skin, kind of gaunt, dressed in nondescript clothing. Can't quite pin down, like if you're looking at their face directly, you can't quite pin down their features, almost as if it's like their features like shift and change. And their voice varies between deep and whispery, depending on whom they're talking to or what mood they're in. So that is Lyterdansing. So,
do they have any memories of time when they were not in Hotel California, or have they always been here?
They don't remember. Oh, well. When they've not been in the hotel and walked its halls, they don't remember having a form. Like they remember being in forests more often than not, and being these things that herald their appearance. So, the things that signal that they're about or that they're coming, that's them from before.
How long have they existed in the hotel?
In the hotel. I think as long as there's been guests, as long as there's been people to inhabit its halls, almost as if Lyterdansing has been made into being by seeing these beings and kind of taking on their aspect
Mm.
because they're here. Because otherwise, if it was just where they were, that's what they would be.
Does the does the like leader or Lyterdansing leaves something behind his passage?
Oh, did they leave something behind when they?
Yes, like maybe wet wet things or
Mm. There might be the trace of like droplets of rain or like wet footprints, but the footprints like immediately start to, like how to they fade away, like as if they're like on like a stone or something like that. It's like like on dry hot days, it's like how like wet just immediately starts to disappear, right? But that's about the limit of their passage. So any other questions?
Have they ever mm, willfully like ex- harmed a guest? In the sense of their purpose was harming the guest, not just doing something that accidentally caused harm.
Oh, gotcha. Like they like willingly did harm.
Yeah, yeah, with like the purpose of doing harm, not just doing something which ended up causing harm.
Right. I think long, long, long ago, although time doesn't really have a meaning here, when they first got a form, when they first had a form, I think, yes, they had done something uh, that caused harm because they wanted it to, because they actually felt something that was too strong for them to hold in, cope with, or release in any healthy way per se, because they were still getting used to what's this, like a physical thing that they had to deal with. And I think they lashed out. They didn't know how to deal with it, and they harmed someone. I don't think they even know whether that person survived. They just know that that person was no longer there. But them being capricious, it's like out of sight, out of mind. If there's no other questions for Lyterdansing, we can go ahead and take a 10-minute break. And then when we're back,
Mhm.
then I'll go ahead and do a little bit more like mechanical explanation on how we're gonna conduct the series and like what's possible in terms of like getting out of here and
Mhm.
the possibility of character death, oh boy, and then we'll start to play. Okay, so
Okay.
see you in 10. All right, so um mechanically, getting into some game mechanics here. um Firebrands is conducted by playing a bunch of mini games. Each mini game has its own setup where, like, one player will pick it, and then we'll choose who participates. And then, depending on the setup, I mean, like, some players can wander in and then play their characters or NPCs as appropriate or as needed. And then they will just follow the prompts or the game rules and then play until the game is ended. And we'll each take turns picking out a game, and then go, in turns to pick out a game and then participate. Unlike some of the other games that I have played of Firebrands, there's no set structure in terms of like, well, this game makes sense to dovetail into that game and then so forth. It is kind of like how I said in the beginning, where some of these games can be replayed. Well, actually, most of these games can be replayed more than once because of the different combinations of characters that can be involved in this. And because of the liminal nature of the hotel, it's like it can happen at any time. I mean, even if you've done one game at this particular period, there's no reason why another set of characters couldn't do it, like, before or after them. So, yeah, again, very replayable. The only thing that probably should be done at the end of our series would be if you decide that you want to leave. And there's a couple of different ways that could happen. So, if we were going to end play with just the original game of you can check out anytime you like, you have two options. You can attempt to escape the hotel for good, or leave your characters living in the hotel indefinitely. So for the latter, we could bring up any unresolved questions you have about your characters. You can say what we think the possible outcomes might be, and let other players contribute possible outcomes as well. And you can choose to revisit these same characters on another playthrough, of course, or employ them as NPCs during a different hotel visit, which, because of the shared series, it's like, I'm employing that very much. To end play by revolting against the hotel, we would proceed to the final game called Burning Down the House. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. If we're going to use the Heaven or Hell supplement for the character retirement, that's very specific, which I did include in this character keeper. We could play I Just Died in Your Arms when character death inside the hotel is a certainty, or Separate Ways, which is when you attempt to escape the hotel alone. So those are two very specific things. Getting killed. You will likely know it's coming, but your character may be killed during the course of play. If this happens, you may create and introduce a new character, continue play as an already established NPC, or if your character is a guest or staff member, continue to play as an undead anomaly. You can also keep playing without a character, asking and answering questions for each group participation game because of the GM-less quality of this game as well. I mean, it's very, very possible to be, the unseen narrator, or an outside character, and as well as an convenient NPC for the games, to play all the different other characters, So that is perfectly fine. So those are the things that are very possible in this game, like when we decide that it is time to start rolling in and wrapping up and ending. And I will say, because of the addition of the supplements, from one of the supplements that adds the element of more investigative play, which is why I have added the separate Miro board, because it includes the option for describing and mapping the discovery of unexplored areas of the hotel. So, it gives you a general location, like a room or something like that, gives you a prompt that you can answer. And because of the shared nature of the Miro board, it's people can add to that or discover it on their own and then, again, add to it as well. So, trying to do that. There is also, as I mentioned before, a hotel bulletin board, which is its own mini game. Too much time on my hands. You can add to this, put in random sketches. You can put in notes to other guests or staff members or what have you. And then this is ephemera that could be passed along to the other group, just for funsies. Or random articles that may be appearing of the mysterious deaths. Yeah. And also the Miro board itself also has the minigame Private Eyes, which is tracking a mystery. So another thing that you can do investigative-wise for the weirdness of the hotel. It's like, are you going to be investigating something specific, a thread that has come up in play of like, wait, what's going on with that particular room? Why did I find that there? Or like what's going on with this anomaly that might be in another game, but I'm going to investigate this further, right? So weird shit like that. So, you know, this could go as far as you want or as little as you want. So, I mean, like, if you want to, like, not delve in at all and then just play the mini games and then, like, you know, just whatever, then we can totally end play in any one of those mini games that I mentioned earlier. Ending, escaping alone, or burning down the house. So we can decide that as a group. Yeah. So I think that was all the extra notes that I wanted to have. So yeah. Play by taking turns. On your turn, choose a game to play and then choose another player. Both turn to that game and follow the instructions. Some games may allow for other players or everyone to join. When it is not your turn and you are not playing the current game, you can watch and listen or play an interlude, which is actually in the air tonight by yourself, because it's like it's one of those games that you would answer a prompt by yourself and then add something to the game once you come out of that particular dream or prompt. Go around the table at least once and as many times as you want. Try to give everyone an equal number of chances to play. So we would start with In the Air Tonight as a group, which is the first mini game. Okay? So.
Okay.
In the Air Tonight. Play by yourself, quietly, or together as a group. So choose what sort of dream, prompts are below. Choose what sort of dream you've been having and what happened in it. Choose freely. If playing as a group, proceed clockwise, whatever, around the table and describe your dreams. Playing as a group, the game ends once everyone has described their dreams. And then, because of the most recent dream, there's something about you, some detail of your mood, appearance, goals, or actions that everyone might notice. Decide what that detail is and announce it to the table. So when you decide what that detail is, you can go ahead and announce it to us, and then you would put it in your notes section of your character, little character sheet, character column. All right, so go ahead and look at the dream prompts, decide which one you want to answer, and then describe your dream, and then decide also on the detail that you think has changed you. I'll start since I also suggested this game. So, I've been dreaming about the outdoor pool lately. It's closed off to everyone. Staff thinks that simple barriers can keep someone like us, someone like me, out. They are foolish. I remember exactly what it looks like. It's granite floor. It's overflowing waters. It's steps. 1, 2, 3, leading into its shallow pool, and then the depths ramping down. But there's something. I used to be able to blend in with the water. The outdoor pool was more natural. Somehow it would never algae up. It would never get that natural sheen. It would stay clear and clean without chemicals that they would put in the basement pool. And yet, my dream, it is murky. It is dark. There's something dark beneath it. It clouds the water. is. It's moving. It speaks something. I hear it. It wants me to come in. It wants me to join it. It says, "You did this to me, Lyterdansing. You did this to me. You need to join me and feel how it feels." And I don't want to. But I still reach into the water, and that darkness surrounds my hands. And it won't go away. It's stuck on me. Stop, stop, stop. And I wake. I don't sleep. How am I? And when I wake, that darkness clings to my hands.
Elias' dream is that he's being called to a specific floor. He's being needed there. And he doesn't really hear the floor in the dream. It's like when they say something, he just doesn't process. But he goes to the lift, and the lift operator knows where he needs to go. And then he opens it, and the floor is very different. The floor doesn't look like any floor in the hotel. It looks like something much older. And he starts walking, and he doesn't see anyone, doesn't know what is going on. And then he suddenly starts smelling burning, just as if something was on fire. And he starts running and yelling, asking who's needing help, what's going on, uh, and telling the guests to get out of their rooms and go out because something is on fire. And then suddenly he starts seeing smoke, and he realizes that he can't deal with this. He doesn't know where it's coming from, and so there isn't much he can do, and so he runs back, but he just doesn't get to the lift. It's not there anymore. Just everything is on fire, and that's when he wakes up.
I will go on. Lately, I've been dreaming about adventures, chases, fights, caves, things like that. But the odd thing about this is it's never me. It's never a Sirano having this adventure, which would be natural, right? Because I have been having adventures. No, I'm a different person in each of them. How to say this? I am a Crispus gnome who is walking through a devastating landscape, dreaming about order, trying to fix Christmas, whatever that even is, I don't know, but it is an adventure, clearly. And I am also a professor with glasses. I am trying to find the reason for the bleed and fight a monster that is coming after everybody. I don't understand that, but it is, I have a motorcycle. This is fun. This is fun. And the next one, I think the next one is a very odd brothel owner for whatever reason in a dusty small village who fought off some slavers while he was on a horse and had a sword. And I was kind of into that guy that I was, which is a weird thing to be, right, when you wake up. And I was an exorcist trying to bring back somebody from hell who also fell in love with a demon. But he was a damn good fighter. I should learn those moves. I can't remember when I wake up. I can't remember those moves. And then I was a tall, pale wizard, something, who was fighting a forest of all things. And I think he noticed me and looked at me and said, "Go away," or something. That was weird. That was super weird. And then I woke up. And it's always been these adventures, chases. It's always been exciting, but I've never been myself, which is kind of odd because I noticed that when I wake up, I bring back pieces of these people. So sometimes when I was that weird elf, afterwards I was super apologetic about everything. I'm not super apologetic, no, really. When I was that wizard guy, I was starting to be arrogant at people. I'm not, I mean, yes, I'm of House Quinlan and people have called me arrogant, but I'm trying not to be. And yeah. So I'm a little worried actually about the whole thing, but I can't help dreaming stuff, right? You can't really.
I'm at the wake for the funeral of my sister. Everyone from the neighborhood is here, dressed in black. There is a portrait of her on the table with many flowers. And someone comes to me and tells me, I've got something, someone is on the phone for me. So I go into the kitchen, there is a phone fixed on the wall, and I take it. And when I put the phone onto my ear, I'm not in the kitchen anymore. Instead, I'm under the stairs on my parents' home. I'm back at 8 years old, and I've got a talkie-walkie at the ear. And behind the static, I hear my sister, who is just 2 years older than me, talking to me in a hushed voice. They know where you're hiding. You never could find a good place to hide. You were always the first to be found when we played hide and seek. Beware, they know where to find you. And then the phone on my bed table ring at the hotel as I asked for the concierge to be called early every morning to not fall asleep and lay in bed too much.
So if that's everyone, just note what has changed or like what has everybody noticed in your notes section of your little character sheet. And then each one of us will have a chance to take turns in choosing a mini game, right? So I've marked that there's a column in the mini game TOC, table of contents. And so chose this. Me, everyone. And again, we can always revisit the game and then like I'll mark again, like, who chose it and then who's involved, right? So we're going to go, since I'm the last one on the character keeper, then we'll go round again. So now it's Sabine's turn, and then it'll be Joe, and then it'll be, and then it'll be Nicolas, and then it'll be Joe for that order, okay? So Sabine, pick out a mini game.
Okay, I will do that. I think I haven't read all the mini games, so I will just choose the second one in a row because why not?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something I should know or an investigation?
Okay. So
And I will read the prompt, the setup, set the scene with your chosen partner, decide which part of the hotel you're in, and what incident, anomaly, or other mystery you're investigating. Other players may choose freely if it makes sense for their characters to be there. What stakes do you have in the case, and what lengths will you go to in order to find answers? What are you hiding from each other? And I think I would like to set this with Elias, if you don't mind, Joe.
Okay.
And I think what I would like to investigate is, why doesn't my communicator work here? Is that something that makes sense here? Or where would my communicator in this place work? Or no, I think Sirano thinks it might be jammed or something. So he'll go to the concierge and ask, wait, what's going? Why can't I use my communicator? And I think mistakes.
And out of character, just so you know, it's like you do have access to be able to see the Friday characters, so you can see the handyman Carlos and like his stats there. But Carlos is wandering about, so I mean, like he may or may not make an appearance here. So
well,
getting a hold of him.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So the stakes that I do have is, if I can fix my communicator, I might talk to someone from outside the hotel. What length will I go to in order to find? I mean, what length? What do you mean? What length? It can't be that hard, right? I'm not. I'm clearly I'm not going to hurt anybody or something, but I might break stuff if I absolutely have to. That's why I'm asking the concierge though, to make sure that that's okay. I'm not a hooligan or something. What I'm hiding? What am I hiding from? I don't think I'm purposefully hiding anything. I might be hiding the devastation that is happening in my universe, and that this whole phone call might let the void in, but I'm not really thinking about that. Right? Not really thinking about
that. So your question is going to be this: why is your communicator not working, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do we already do the header tails, or do we first roleplay a bit and then we do header tails?
Oh, basically the questions that are in italics underneath the first line, the setup, is like, both players would answer those questions.
Oh, okay, so I have to. Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any stakes in the case? What do you have?
What
any
stakes do I have in the case?
Yeah.
So I think Elias doesn't care that much. I mean, he would like to help, as usual. But it's not something that's causing kind of specific harm to the hotel. It may even be part of what the hotel needs for it to not work. So he'll take a look. He will be interested, but it's not extremely important. What language will go to find? Where go to in order to find answers? He will try to use the information he has. He may indeed reach out to the handyman as the concierge. A lot of his work is about connecting people, but again, it is not a fundamental thing for him. And what are you hiding from each other? I think he's always hiding how the hotel is in some sense more important than the guests, and so that will be something that will be hidden. He is always part of it.
So where do you think that you guys are starting this question? At Elias's desk, or like in Sirano's room?
I think Sirano is fine going to the desk.
Okay.
So I think because it's between I can't speak. Between you two, conducting the investigation means that you, on your turn, you would pose an investigation question to the other, and then you'd flip a coin, and then we would track what your answer, what your result is, whether it's heads or tails. And of course, if you get heads, it's beneficial, informative, or something you were hoping for. And if it's tails, your answer will be vague, unhelpful, or something you were hoping against. The other person would pick an investigation question to ask the other person, and until you answer 5 questions between the two of you. And then we would see how many coin flips come up heads and how much come up tails, and then see what the end result of the case is, whether the thing is fixed or not. So
should I start because it's my
question? Because it's your question. You should probably start.
Okay. No, I don't do that. Wait a minute. I had something. No, that's I think I will say I noticed something new or out of place in the hotel that seems to have something to do with the case, and decide to investigate. Is the diversion fruitful? Diversion? Okay. And I think what I noticed that seems to be related is some kind of communication array that I know from my universe, I guess, that has been left, I think, where you'd usually have a phone booth in a hotel. That's where this thing is. And this is pretty new. So I think Sirano will come to Elias and say, excuse me, I've seen this aperture, I guess you called it, in the lobby, and it kind of looks like I might be able to use my communicator to get some kind of signal, but I'm not a very technical person, I'm afraid. So I was wondering if you could help me.
Yeah, let's see what we can do about it, right?
Thank you. Lovely.
Let me take a look at your communicator and let's go towards that array.
Sure. Yeah, I give you the communicator. And it's supposed to work when you press on it, but it doesn't. It just makes the kind of noise that it makes when I don't have any connection.
All right. So somebody flip coin, and then we'll see if it's heads or tails, and what kind of answer you get.
Who's supposed to flip the coin?
I think you, because you asked the question.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. I will flip the die coin because I do have coins, but I also do have gravity. And
I know, losing coins on the floor.
Yeah, and then I'd have to go and start. Heads is the good thing, right? So high is heads and low is not. It's a 2, so that's tails.
Okay.
Vague and unhelpful and not what you wanted. Sorry.
Yeah.
Should I put the one under the tails?
I added it.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
Okay, so Elias will take you there. He's looking at the communicator. That's an interesting piece of technology. I don't think I have seen this before with any of the other guests. Yeah.
It was made by Lyterdan Industries. It's kind of the standard for the Imperial Army, but I guess you're not part of that.
Yeah, I have dealt with Imperial armies before, but not yours,
really?
I guess.
Oh well, it's a pretty good army, I guess, considering the fact that we were losing like badly, but I mean that stuff can still be turned around, right?
Yeah, we always believe that.
Yes, we do. We're all optimists.
Well, let's take a look at this new thing they added. And I think he keeps looking around, and he's well, I guess the new array is just not fully connected yet. We're probably still waiting for them to finish installing things, so that's why. I don't think it can help you much.
Oh, I mean, I'm. Maybe we can figure something else out.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if maybe there's another way to make this work.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay, for my question, let's see. So we are. Is there something I should know? Could I do the I question a witness and that's me questioning Sirano, or a question a witness is the 6 from the bottom?
Oh, yeah, why not? Sure.
Okay, so it's a question a witness fishing for any details they remember. Are their memories clear enough? Okay, so
Flip a coin.
yeah, let's flip a coin. And it was low.
So it's also
So
tails.
tails again. Yep.
Okay, so if you question Sirano, you will get a lot of answers that show you that he has no idea about this technology.
Yeah,
He
think
will tell you he was supposed to learn it in school, and he remembered that class, but actually he was writing notes with this other girl, and they kind of lost track in time, and he never learned it because but he well, you don't need to know the rest of it, right? It's kind of boring anyway, and yeah. No, I just and he tries to make something up, but it's very clear that he knows he doesn't know shit. He knows how to use it, basically.
He's so cute, but he's such a himbo. Sorry.
Yeah. Not the sharpest knife on the Christmas tree, but the saying, whatever the saying is. Oh, it's my turn again. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I walked the halls of the hotel hoping to find a secret room or route that will make certain odd details of the case make sense. And I think what Sirano does is say, well, there are cables, right? We can follow the cables, and we'll attempt to not rip them out of the wall or anything, but like follow where they might go. Wander through the hotel to find more of these cables. And I'm just going to roll and see if he can find cables or if he will find the totally wrong cables. He finds the totally wrong cables. Of course he does.
At some point, it probably just doesn't add up anymore. We're at like 12.5. Yeah. Yes, we walk around. We try to follow the cables, and they just
At
I'll
this
say
point,
to
does it
make
feel
it.
like Elias is just humoring him? I'm just asking. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's trying to help. He just won't go very far. So it's like we look for the cables. Eventually, they get outside the hotel, and so Elijah says, "Yep, that's we can't go there. Sorry, no can do." Let's go with.
That's really a shame.
Let's bring Nicolas into this because I'm not bringing Anomaly into this. So, let's say I pick the brain of one of my investigative partners, hoping they might have picked up on something that I haven't. So I am going to go after Nicolas, after Remi, and say, you know, I don't have a lot of um, experience with this kind of technology, but I know someone who may have a bit more than me, hopefully. So let's see if they can help.
Could it be someone else than Remi?
Sorry?
Could it be like an NPC? I don't see
Yeah, no.
Remi could be an help, but
I was more
Play,
thinking of a way to add more people into the scene, but if you don't want to, no worries.
no, but I would like to play, but I've got an idea for a janitor who might help.
Okay.
Nice.
So we get to this janitor and
Yeah, feel free and play an NPC that we can totally add to the lore of the hotel. So, who do you want to play?
Yeah, his name is Lambert, and he's a bald janitor. That's how people. Yes, Lambert, the bald janitor. That's what defines him.
yeah. I did roll a high, so that janitor will end up being helpful. So yes. Just so you know, you will need to be helpful.
Do you show the communicator to Lambert?
Sure. Yes, of course.
So you have a problem with this communicator, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work. That's the problem. I mean, it still makes the noise, but it doesn't connect to anything.
Try some buttons. It looked like from one of the Star Trek shows. You know them? You bought them at the convention?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I remember I was a fan when I was a kid. And those communicator, they need to be full on protons to work efficiently. So if you're lacking protons, you cannot use them in a place like this. But if you get full on with protons and you can charge them into it, I think you'll get it to work again.
Okay. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Anyway, that's what they said in, I think it was a New Generation episode, but I'm not under. Maybe you can watch them, catch some episodes on the TV. We've got the VOD, and I think Star Trek.
Oh, okay. Yes, Star Trek. Okay, never heard of it.
Two words.
Okay, 2 words. Star Trek. Okay, so this is a science thing, right?
Yes, so just mechanical, but full protons, yes. And
okay, full protons. I get it.
Yes.
Thank you. That was very helpful. And I think so. I will turn to Elias and say, "Well, I get these science shows always put me to sleep, but maybe you can glean something of it." And we're the last question, right? Okay. I think I dabble in strange and mysterious forces in my search for answer.
Okay.
I think we are going to watch a TV show that might be Star Trek or might not be Star Trek. And I will roll the die. Let's see how this goes. It goes well. It's helpful.
Okay.
It is actually helpful.
2 helpfuls out of 5. That's nice.
Yeah. So how's that helpful? And what price do I pay besides? And what do I learn?
What if it's an emotional price? What if it's like when you watch this episode, there's something that reminds you of Cavascato? Oh shit.
Oh yeah. I think one of the actors totally looks like Cavascato, and I totally I don't really listen to the show because I'm watching this actor. And yeah.
Elias, what do you learn?
What do I learn?
Sirano's crying. I'm sorry.
He's very manful about it, though.
What do I learn from watching Star Trek? That's That's hard.
Protons. Something with to do with protons. Maybe they repair a communicator and it looks kind of
Yeah,
similar or something like that.
I think just like a whole learning about technology. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
since Star Trek seems to be canonical in this universe.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's
Cool.
canonical in this universe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be
Mm-hmm.
Elias is now more ready to help technological queries from guests from now on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Very good.
So, and I will say, like, out of character, which is sort of meta in character, because like Sabine brought in like from other universes. It's like you two can totally bring in other characters from other universes. Hint, hint. Welcome. But anyway, you're welcome to bring in other characters from other universes. Anyway, so let's see. Heads 2, tails 3. If more coins have come up tails, the case is still shrouded in uncertainty. Maybe you know the who, but not the why or how of it all, and you don't have enough evidence to draw a solid conclusion. Maybe the hotel itself conceals answers from you, or you become otherwise engaged. How do you think this pans out in terms of Sirano's communicator between the two of you?
I think at the end, Elias is a bit interested in the communicator, but he really couldn't find anything of why it's not working. And he also doesn't really understand how it could work. So, really, that was all that. I'm really sorry, Serrano. We do have some handyman, some other folks around the hotel. Maybe they can help you more, but this is sadly the limit of my technical skills.
I'm very grateful for your help. I wouldn't have figured out as much as I did without you. So it needs protons. I just need to figure out how to get protons. I think they're in certain foods, so I maybe investigate the kitchen or something. And then I think you'll go to the room and watch more of this Star Trek show, trying to find more of this actor or Caviscato.
All I have to say is it's like just Star for being like just such a snobby House Quinlan. Like it was Lambert, the janitor, that helped you with that, and you give it to him.
Oh,
Anyway,
well,
it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's all right.
yeah,
It's all right.
but Elias brought me to Lambert, so. And Lambert wasn't part of this. If Lambert was still part of the scene, Sarah would have thanked him, or maybe not. Maybe he would have forgotten. He's in his own head sometimes, a little more than a little. And there's not a lot in that.
Would he have cried in front of the janitor? I don't know. I don't know.
Why not? What's wrong with crying?
Such a man's man. It's all right. It's all good. Okay, cool. All right. So that's the outcome of that game. That brings us to Joe choosing the next mini game.
Okay, so let me take a look here. Let's go with who can it be now? And Lyterdansing. So who can it be now? Set up only you and your chosen partner play. Choose which of you has shut yourself in a room of the hotel and who is on the other side of the door. Ask your partner how you came to be in this situation together. What do you know about each other? What do you want from each other? During the game, anyone may ask for details of the setting, occasion, and circumstances. So to me, it would make more sense if Lyterdansing has locked themselves in one of the rooms of the hotel, and Elias is trying desperately to get them out. So again, things go back to working as they should.
Oh, okay. So basically, you think that I'm messing up some kind of function in the hotel?
Yes.
Ah,
yes,
okay.
no.
Okay, got it. Okay. What am I messing up?
Yeah, if you're locked in a room, you're not a guest. You're not supposed to do that.
Oh, well, that's true.
Room.
But I mean,
if you're locked in a restaurant, also the guys should have access to that. Don't lock yourself in guest areas. Please don't.
Yes,
Don't do
yes,
this to
yes.
me.
Oh man, that'd be great. It's like they're waiting for lunch service, and it's like they can't get the hell. Oh no, 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 like not the restaurant itself, but like maybe the kitchen.
Yeah, could
Yeah,
be.
it's like you hear from the cooks that they can't get into the kitchen because it's like I've locked the kitchen in a fit of pique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, kitchen. So I am on this side. I'm on the inside of the door, and you're on the outside. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you know about? Okay. Let's see. Well, I know you're the concierge.
Mhm.
Like you're not afraid of me. Um, and normally you don't care, or at least I don't think you care, or you don't notice. I mean, when I tease the guests, this may be a bridge too far. I'm not sure yet, but I mean, I something happened where it's like I am like not having it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go into the kitchen. I'm gonna shut things down, and I chased everybody out, and I locked the door.
And I think, what do I know about you? I think I know you're an anomaly. I have dealt with others throughout time.
Hmm.
So,
Right.
um, let's see what else.
I mean, at the moment, it's like I just want to be like I want to have attention because I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I'm just like, I just want some
yeah,
attention, and this is the only way. Even though I chased
yeah.
people out, it's like I don't want their attention. I just want,
Yeah, I know that you're throwing a tantrum, and that like the
yeah,
way to give that, like giving you attention instead of
yeah,
okay.
exactly, exactly. Okay,
And what do you want from each other? I want you to leave the room and let the kitchen staff work as they should.
exactly,
That's what I want.
exactly. And I'm just like, I just want, I just want to be left alone. And it just happened to be the kitchen that I decided to chase everybody out and be like, I want specific attention, but I also want to be left alone. I'm very in a very capricious mood right now. So there. It's not going to make any sense. I'm an anomaly. Why the hell would I care? Yeah.
Conducting the conversation. The person inside the room begins the conversation.
Hmm.
First, say why you distrust the person on the outside and what you're most afraid might happen. Lead the other player through a series of 4 challenges. During the conversation, each player will gain coins, representing the influence you have on each other.
Okay. So we've had this discussion before, like, at least for the previous two series. Do you think this means that I'm asking, or I'm leading you through, like, I'm actually, like, proposing each of the 4 challenges? Or do you think we're alternating between the 4 challenges, between me and you? Which one do you think it
Mm.
is? I mean, either way, it kind of works because, I mean, but it's just a matter of like, how we're gaining coins.
Yeah, because it says lead the other player through a series of. It feels more like you're the one who's proposing the challenges,
Okay,
right?
that's fine. That's cool. All
Yeah,
right.
from,
All
I
right.
mean, from what I,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, like we're
I
just
have
trying
not
to
thought
like
of
work
that.
this out linguistically, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
always like almost like weirded out by it. Okay, cool. All right, so why do I distrust you? Because I mean, you're working for the hotel. Why the hell? Why the hell would I? Why the hell would I bend to your authority? That's basically the thing. And what am I most afraid will happen is that, am I really afraid of you? I don't know. I'm not really afraid. Um, I've seen you work,
Hmm.
and I feel like you're gonna do something in service to the hotel that's just going to not evacuate, redirect people away from me and away from this weirdness that I've caused, and then like have people leave me alone, and that's also bad. So that's probably what I'm
Okay.
afraid will happen. So in the duty of your job, you're gonna like be so efficient that you're gonna leave me alone. Yeah, not happy about that. So okay. And we just have to track, of course, like what it comes up as, heads or tails. Okay, or coins. Sorry.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Now I know what caused the peak. All right. I, th- I think Lyterdansing has cleared out the kitchen and has thrown a fit where they chased everyone out of the kitchen by throwing all the pots and pans and almost starting a food fight. Like they've thrown like maybe a rack of lamb like against the door and then like literally making these kitchen staff evacuate. Um and I think when you come to the door, like, oh, how do you identify yourself basically?
Uh, I'll like as the concierge, or like knocking and hi, lighter dancing. It's Elias, the concierge. Could you please come out?
No, absolutely not. I saw you in the hotel. In your rounds. You were. I saw you dragging that body out of room 419. So, it's the challenge. I think I saw you elsewhere in the hotel recently doing something gruesome.
Oh,
So,
okay.
go ahead and.
Okay, outro, right? Let's
Yeah, go ahead.
go. It was low.
So, what is that? Tails or heads?
It's tails, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, you have no proof and I gain a coin. So,
Yeah, you get a coin.
I gain a coin. Okay.
How you that may have happened. I don't see why that concerns you. I don't see why that should affect you.
And I think at this point, this is where lighter dancing, even though you can't see beyond the door, it's like lighter dancing is holding up their hands in front of their face, and their hands are dark with the color of dried blood. It's like, doesn't matter if it concerns me or not. You did it, and I saw you. Do the other guests know? And this should give you pause. It's lighter dancing referring to themselves as a guest.
Yeah. Uh, the guests, the real guests, they are unaware of that. It would be pretty bad if they got worried about those kinds of things. So you have a little bit more flexibility than them.
To continue on with this vein, I think you did or said something recently that made me too angry to think straight, and I think this is what is making lighter dancing more angry. It's like flexibility. Who needs flexibility when you cater to them, you coddle them, you make them feel like they're wanted here? Throw.
And which of them?
Oh, I'm sorry. Like I marked it. It's the bottom one of the bottom ones. Fourth from the bottom. You recently did or said something recently that made me too angry to think straight.
It was high, so it was heads. So on heads,
You're able to
you are
soothe me.
able to soothe me. That's my job. This hotel has done a lot to me, and so I serve as I can. I I am truly sorry if these actions have made you feel ignored or that your needs were not catered to.
You just hear like grunts and groans and like um more tossing around of things like in there as if like lighter dancing is creating more ruckus in the kitchen, and then you hear like kind of like a thud and then like a slide, as if Lyterdansing has gotten near the door, not on the door, but like near the door, and like kind of like, put their back against it and then slid down to sit near it. And I think they say, kind of like in a like kind of a petty kind of way, it's like, is there anything that you would do that would go against what the hotel wants? Why don't you do something like, I don't know, what would compromise your personal code or sense of morals? Let me see. What do you think would compromise? Like, what do you think that Lyterdansing could ask that would compromise your personal code in service to the hotel?
Wait, sorry. In my something that I would do for the hotel that would compromise my personal code,
No,
or
something
something.
against the hotel that would compromise your personal
Oh,
code
okay.
for it. Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Sense of morals for
we,
the hotel is kind of whiffy. So,
yeah. I mean, letting you harass a guest, or letting you help a guest go away against the hotel's wishes. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, I mean, I think maybe Lyterdansing will you'll hear them say, it's like, I want you to help me mess with the next guest that comes into the restaurant. Free and clear, regardless of what the hotel says.
Okay. It was tails, so I won't. I can't do that. That's, as I told you, I just own too much the hotel. I cannot betray them like that.
Yeah, I think you remind me of someone from my past who I distrust. Hold on, let me think about this. I think you will hear Lyterdansing pacing back and forth, kind of like a caged tiger, as they throw more
Mm.
stuff, like, around, the clatter of pans, like, maybe more food like being splattered on the floor or something like that. And you will hear them stop and say, huh, you remind me of someone from my past. Long ago, there was someone who wanted to stick to what they believed to be the truth, to be loyalty, and went against me. And go ahead and throw.
Thankfully, it was head.
Okay. So you gain a coin.
Yeah, I gain a coin. And on heads, say or do something that renders the comparison moot and gain a coin.
Okay. So
I am not sure who you are talking about, but I am just trying to do the best that I can while being truthful to those who help me. I just want to, yeah, I lost a lot, and I am just helping those who um, extended a helping hand when I most need it.
you have as many coins as I do. So,
Yeah, it was true.
yep.
So I can choose one of them, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Uh,
Well, actually, I guess it's me because it's like, my barricade or whatever. I think you hear, like, after a bit of silence, I think you hear like this dragging sound, as if like a big weight or whatever's blocking the door being removed, and you sense rather than feel or hear that the lock has been disengaged and that whatever was blocking the door is now cleared.
Lyterdansing, I'm going to go in. Okay?
You don't hear anything.
I open the door.
Oh, you're greeted with such a mess. But Lyterdansing is no longer there.
Okay. I think I just sigh deeply and call the kitchen staff. Come on, come on. You guys have some extra work to do here, but at least you can work. I get them all in and go back to my desk to wait to be called.
I think on your way back to your desk, I think you pass Carlos Cordova, the handyman, and then he'll kind of like just grunt and say, "Oh yeah, Lyterdansing was in a bit of pique today. Said they saw something."
Yeah, it was a lot. It definitely was a lot.
And then they're gonna go back on their rounds to fix something or maintain something or whatever. So, all right, cool. I don't remember what I said. Did I say 10 or did I say 10:30? Because if I said 10, then like we can stop here, mark that Nicolas gets the choice starting next time, and then we can do stars and wishes.
I believe you said it was going to be 3 hours total.
Okay.
I think.
All right. So
Yeah,
then we'll
that was
stop
my
here.
understanding as well.
Cool. All right. So then we'll stop here. Like Nicolas, you will get the first choice next time. And then, yeah, so stars and wishes. So stars are things that you enjoyed about the gameplay, role play each other, and wishes are what you'd like to see for next time and in the future of the series, like, like kind of where you would like to see, like, certain things to happen or where you possibly see your character going. I mean, it doesn't even have to be, I mean, like, obviously early days yet, but yeah. Let me start because I want to shout out these three things before I forget. So, Joe mentioning the like with the whole Imperial Army thing, like what you snuck in with talking with Sirano as Elias. I mean, like, oh my god, I was just like, oh shit, city burning, Imperial Army, oh my god, amazing. Sabine, not the sharpest knife on the Christmas tree. That was absolutely delightful. I love that so much. And then Nicholas with Lambert coming up with the Star Trek reference to fix the communicator. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I mean, we know it's going to come back. The TV shows are going to come back and save us because they're gonna solve our problems because it's like, yes, we're gonna be like come up with the solutions because we saw it on TV once. Absolutely. So I just had to star those three things before I forgot because I absolutely adored that, and you guys were just really great characters, and I'm looking forward to playing this series with you. Oh my gosh. So yes.
I will go with Sirano needing help with his super advanced tech and also having no idea whatsoever how it works. Like, okay, yeah, great. That has potential. I definitely liked Nicholas decided to come up with a new character. That was an interesting idea. I had not thought of that, but yeah, cool. And lighter dancing, just having a tantrum and making poor Elias's life living hell. Yeah. Feel like that's going to be the vibe of being the only staff among the four of us.
I will echo the stars that we had before. I love the janitor showing up and solving our problem, basically. I really liked how Elias was always so helpful. That is nice, and still steering people in the direction that he wants them to go, which is basically what the concierge is there for. So yeah, and Lyterdansing, like okay, I can't wait to meet him with Sirano. So yeah, and the dream Lyterdansing stream, that was wow. Okay, that was very, very cool. So yeah, Stars of Love. I can't wait to have scenes with the two people I haven't been in scenes with before. So
Yes, stars for Sirano, for this idea of investigating about the communicator. It was a great idea to not just investigate a mystery or a room or people, just this tiny piece of technology. That was a great scene through. Petrico, I really like this word, and I can't wait to have a scene with Lyterdansing to to feel that with Remi, and I have ideas to how to play with Elias and the concierge, and to maybe get things out of him and learn more about that concierge, which will all be playing around, and which is I can't wait to start my next scene. I have 2 ideas, and I have a week to find out about that. But I have 2 ideas to start next session.
Awesome. I mean, the worst part about this is trying to decide like which of the games that you want to play next, you know? Because it's like, oh my God. So yeah, and the way I did break it down was, I mean, like, you know, the original game scenes, but like, you know, some of it's also activities that could be done
Mm.
with partners or like even by yourself, I think. And then like the death or escape scenes and then the exploration stuff, which could be done on the mirror board. So, you know, in a later session, it's like, you know, I want to start delving into the mirror board stuff because those are the things that are more extended play that, again, is shared with the other group. And then those are the things that we can sort of overlap and build on with each other because those are things that, you know, we could make up as we go along with like some mysteries or some ephemera that could show up on the bulletin board. I mean, you know, like this is a GM-less game. So again, like, you know, like building the new character, the new NPC of Lambert is a lot of fun. So I mean, like I'd love to see more of these characters populating the hotel. So we have like a lot of like, uh, you know, background, but also like setting bits because the hotel is in itself a setting and a character. Um, and then, you know, being able to see some of this reflected in some of the exploration as well. So, yeah, I mean, there's just so much to do, and I'm not sure how we're going to get through it, but we'll see. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this comes out. So, um, yeah, we'll delve in all these games and hopefully more than once and see what the combos look like. And then when space comes, it'll be even more chaotic. So, yay! Awesome. So, you guys have a wonderful week. Happy gaming to you all, and I will see you next time. Thank you.
See you.
yeah, see you, and thanks for facilitating that. So.
All right, see ya.